Hello friends, welcome to Oliveboard. I hope you're all doing well and your exam preparations are going good too. As we know that the Canara Bank PO exam is coming nearer. So here we are with the video wherein we will give you a topic wise strategy for reasoning. In this video we are going to discuss important dates for the examination, the exam pattern, detailed syllabus as well as tips which is topic wise for reasoning. Before we start with the video, don't forget to take up a free mock test provided by Oliveboard by clicking on the link which is provided in the description box. Do take up a free mock test for any banking or government examination you are preparing for and analyze your performance to streamline your preparation. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest videos. Oliveboard has got for you IBPS Clerk Cracker course, which is a free live online course wherein we will be completing the entire syllabus for quantitative aptitude, reasoning as well as verbal or English. This course has already started on 29th of October and will last till 6th of December. So if you're writing the IBPS clerk examination, you can click on the link which is provided in the description box to join the course. Coming to Canara Bank, the registration started on 23rd October and it ends on 13th November. So we have very few days left to register. If you've not registered for the examination, please register now. And you can download the admit card after 5th December. You will receive a notification as the examination is on 23rd of December. So we have roughly 40 days for the examination. Coming to the exam pattern, here for Canara Bank PO exam, we do not have sectional time limits unlike IBPS PO or say SBI examination. So here you will be given a composite time of 2 hours and there are 4 sections which is reasoning, quantitative aptitude, English as well as general awareness. 50 questions per section carrying 50 marks each. So we have 200 questions carrying 200 marks and 2 hours is given to us. And here also we have a negative marking of 0.2 per wrong answer. So try and finish the English language as well as general awareness sections so you have enough time for the reasoning and quantitative aptitude paper. Now, few books that you can refer are How to Crack Test of Reasoning by Arihant Publications. Also, R.S. Agarwal's Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning is a very important book. Along with that, you can refer M.K. Pandey's Analytical Reasoning book. Coming to the syllabus for reasoning for Canara Bank PO examination, we have verbal reasoning, syllogism, sitting arrangements which is both circular as well as linear. Then we have double lineup, we have scheduling, input, output, directions and distance which is very easy. So we have to make sure that we do not leave the easy topics. We are very thorough with the easy topics, data sufficiency, coded inequalities, coding and decoding, etc. So how you have to start your preparations? You should start with learning the concepts of reasoning topic that are likely to appear. So if you've never prepared for the reasoning examination or you're not good, please you have to remember that you have got an ample amount of time. We have more than 40 days for the examination. So you can start with the basics. So you should understand that in what order the say the question comes or how many questions per section we have to prepare for reasoning. So you should start with the easy topics and then move on to the difficult ones. For example, as I already told you, directions, distance, these are all very easy topic when compared to say arrangement questions which can be either sitting or linear. Also, there are numerous tricks for reasoning. So you can refer to our YouTube channel only to go through the tricks for all the topics of reasoning. And you have to master these tricks by solving as many questions as possible. See, reasoning is not something you can mug up. You can make reasoning a strong section for you only and only through practice. So you must practice as much as possible. You should give at least a couple of mock tests every week at the start, and then you can increase the frequency by giving at least one mock test every day. Unless you practice, you are not going to get through the examination, since it is a time bound examination and you have 4 sections to cover. It just goes like this. So you have to start taking mock tests so you can, you have the adequate pressure in your mind while solving the mock test, and you do not repeat the mistakes you do here at the mock tests during the examination. After you take up a mock test, you need to analyze your mock test performance. This is the most important part, because when you analyze your performance in a mock test, you know what are your weak areas and what are your strong areas also. Hence, you can work on the weak areas and try to convert them to your strong areas. Also, do not forget to solve the previous year question papers. Very, very important. There it is the same pattern which gets repeated. Now, revision is a very, very important say key, because unless you revise, you may not be able to retain the concepts that you've learned. So at least try and revise every topic 2 to 3 times. You can also practice sectional tests, because each section or say topic wise test will help you revise and remember things better. Now, coming to the topic wise reasoning tips, see, we can divide all the questions into 2 categories to help you gain a better understanding of how much time you should spend on particular question or a particular type of question. So when we've analyzed the previous year questions, this is what we've got. So from sitting arrangements, both linear and circular, we have around 5 to 10 questions. Now this is a difficult type of question. Coming to inequalities, which is both simple and coded, you have around 3 to 5, and this is relatively very easy. Coming to puzzles, puzzles are also little difficult, but you have around 5 to 10 questions being asked. Syllogisms around 2 to 4 questions. Coding, decoding, you have 3 to 5 questions, and direction sense you have 2 to 3 questions. This is based on the previous year questions. So the time consuming ones are sitting arrangements, machine input and output, and puzzles. Okay, but the easier ones are syllogism, blood relations, data sufficiency, direction sense, etc. So how should you start practicing on syllogism? So first you have to understand the idea of how the questions are asked. So in syllogism, it is all about understanding the statements. So you have to identify what all might be true and what is true. So here you have to focus on what all might be and what is true. So for this you have to practice by drawing Venn diagrams, because it is very important. Unless you draw or practice by making Venn diagrams, you cannot solve syllogism questions. Coming to inequalities, here you should start with solving simple inequalities or direct inequalities. So they are simple, and once you have a grip over the simple ones, you can move on to the difficult ones. Now, coming to arrangement questions, as we already know that there is linear arrangement and there is circular arrangement. So linear is comparatively easier than circular, which is a little bit difficult. But you need to practice both in order to make sure that you reduce the time you consume in solving, because they are really lengthy. And if you spend say like 5 to 7 minutes per question and still not able to get through the conclusion or find a correct answer, then it will be say very bad for you, because in the examination hall even a single second counts. For this also diagrams are essential. So you should not start writing or drawing unless a diagram is ready. So you have to start with a line for linear as well as a circle for circular arrangement questions, and then as and when the points are given to you or the details are given to you, you should add those details to the diagram and you should create your own illustration. The next is coding and decoding. So here first you have to attempt to determine the order of sequence. This is very important. You should understand what is the order of the sequence, and you should, after that, you should know if it is in ascending order or descending order. So depending on the sequence, determine what are the further steps that must be taken. Coming to direction sense, this is very important, but you have to start by drawing a diagram here also. Now you can see this diagram wherein we know north is here, opposite to north is south, we have east to the right of north and west to the left of north. So in the same manner you should have northeast, southwest and northwest. For every direction sense you have to draw a diagram, because unless you draw a diagram it gets very difficult, and one wrong marking in the question will can be devastating for you and you might not get selected. So it is very important to draw diagrams for direction sense questions. Coming to data sufficiency, here questions can be asked in any form, which can be a chart or a graph or a table given to you. So since they are one of the most time consuming questions, you have to make sure that you practice as much as possible so you're familiar whether it is a chart based question, since it is very time consuming. But if you've practiced a lot of questions, it will not be very difficult for you to solve them during the examination. That's all we have for you in this video. I hope you liked the video. Do share it with your friends who are also preparing for the Canara Bank PO examination. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and subscribe now to not miss any videos. Thank you.